You're listening to the Just Go Bike podcast. We're all about the culture of bicycling just for the fun of it. Your host, Kathy Murphy from the Morphology podcast and Andrea Parrott from Parrott Talk are joined by a wide variety of guests each week that delve into the social side of cycling. With tales from RAGBRAI Nation, come for the bikes, stay for the fun, and leave with a smile. And now, here are your hosts, Murph.
Hey, that's me.
And AP.
And that's me.
All right, AP, we are here at the Iowa Bike Expo recording live, meaning we're alive. People are here. But then, of course, you listeners, when you're listening to this, it's already over. But what a day it's been.
Yes, it's been so much fun. And I have to apologize to everyone in advance for the background music. I mean, it's just a party here, so it just kind of sounds like one.
It is. And they put us in like a sweet spot right in front of the stage, which we're like, this is going to be awesome. But then we forgot that it would be music all day. But you know what? Maybe you guys are dancing while you're listening to this episode.
There you go.
Okay, which speaking of, so we've had a ton of people come by and say hello and, you know, like I mentioned in that one episode, you know, kissing babies, we're taking photos, all that good stuff.
Uh-huh.
But more than one person told us that they listen to the podcast when they are relaxing and going to bed.
Well, is that good or bad?
Well, I don't know, because I actually said, do we need to tone down our voices and not be so energetic? And they said, no, we love it. We love going to bed listening to the podcast.
Okay, good, because I've had far too much coffee to tone it down.
Well, and us two together, we don't really tone.
No, there's no toning.
Yeah. So we are going to walk around and meet some of the vendors, some of the people that are here. Maybe we'll run into Matt Phippen at some point. But right now, like, what are you enjoying the most so far about today?
Oh, just getting to see all the different people who listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Both the people who have come and said hi after, meeting us before, and the people who are meeting us for the first time, and the people who are finding out about the podcast for the first time.
Yeah. The best part is when people walk up, right? Because you and I look a lot different, right?
We do, yes.
I mean, I'm super short, you're super tall. People are always like, which one is Murph and which one is AP? And so we're always like, oh, what do you think?
Yeah.
And it'd be fun to know what, in general, if listeners are like, I have no idea what you guys look like.
Yeah. Usually once I open my mouth, they're like, oh, yep, it's AP. And, I don't dare ask them what they think I look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're always like, oh, you look so different than what I thought. And I'm like,
what does that mean?
Oh. I mean, yeah, it's just a bunch of fun, though. I love it. Yeah.
So the Iowa Bike Expo, we've already talked about it on other episodes, but it's run by the Iowa Bicycle Coalition. Super, super great organization that does advocacy for the entire state of Iowa, but really for all bikes.
Yeah.
All bikers.
Yeah. And I have seen the brand new director of the Iowa Bicycle Coalition, Luke Hoffman, running around here.
Yeah.
I don't know where he is now, because he's a busy guy, but it's been really fun.
Okay, well, we are going to do a little tour around. I have run into Mr. Luke Hoffman, who has been on the podcast several times, so people probably already know who you are, but you are the executive director for the Iowa Bicycle Coalition. Hello, Luke.
Hey, how's it going, Murph? Good to see you here as well. I know we just spoke previewing the expo, and now it is happening. We're doing the thing, and there's 130 vendors here, and who knows how many people, so pretty exciting.
So I've been walking around interviewing various vendors and also just people walking around, and everyone is overwhelmed with how many people are here and how many cool booths there are. So you nailed it.
Yeah, so one I would lift up, the DNR was here for the first time. Todd, shout out to Todd, and he even had some bike-specific stuff that the DNR was offering, and then they had this really great recycle bag. And he told me, he's like, I brought 1,000 of these bags, and they were out before 1 o'clock even hit. He was like overwhelmed with the level of engagement that he's seeing. He's like, I got to bring more next year. So he's like very excited. So people like that, we've got so many different varieties of vendors. It's about how inclusive the whole time is. And yeah, the volume of people is, by all accounts, more than we've seen in a long time.
Cool. And I won't list all the vendors because then we would be here for half an hour telling them. But I thought it was so cool that you have the Iowa State Patrol here. I stopped by and spoke with them. The nicest guys, and they are so focused on bikes and safety and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, and when I went over to talk to them, they're like, we look forward to RAGBRAI. They're like, that's the fun time of the year for us. And I was like, oh, that's so good to hear. And they're like, we had to be here to be a part of this whole thing. And that means so much to me because it's important for us to stand with law enforcement and to show them the appreciation that they deserve to make what we do possible with RAGBRAI and everything else. So, they do a lot to really move the needle on the cycling community. We really couldn't do it without them. So I love seeing that they're here right next to the DOT, right next to the DNR, and all the other bike shops. We're one big family, so that's the coolest thing to me.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Luke, for being here, for putting on the Iowa Bike Expo, and we look forward to all the great things that you're going to do in the months to come.
Thank you, Murph. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to do a debrief after the fact down the line and also preview some of the stuff happening in the legislature next time. So we'll talk more soon.
Well, hey, I just ran into Matt Phippen, ride director for RAGBRAI, and what do you think of the expo so far today, Matt?
I'm very impressed. There's a lot of people here, a lot of vendors. It's packed. You look around and it's hard to walk through the aisles. All the vendors seem to be super excited about the experience that they're giving to all the patrons, and I think it's well done.
Yeah, and we've spoke about it on several episodes, but tonight is the big night. I mean, listeners will be hearing this. It's already been announced. They already know the route, but the anticipation, I can just feel it.
Yeah, everybody wants to know where we're going. Obviously, they're going to find out tonight, but I'm excited to do it. I'm nervous. I'm nervous every year because it's a big deal for a lot of people, and you want to make sure you hit a home run, and I think we did this year, so I look forward to announcing later.
Well, and based on, this is your third year, I mean, you are detailed. So you have been working your booty off, and I know we all appreciate all that you do.
Well, we appreciate it. There's a lot of boxes you have to check, but if you do it and you do it right, the ride will be successful.
All right. Well, we can't wait to see you on stage tonight.
Thank you.
All right. I just arrived at the Primal Wear booth. Will you tell the listeners, tell us your name, of course, but what is Primal Wear?
Well, I'm Brian. I'm with Primal Wear, and we are a clothing manufacturer in the cycling industry. We have been the RAGBRAI merch supplier for, I don't know how many years, quite a while now. We specialize in custom clothing, but we also do production, just inline clothing as well. So as far as I know, we're the largest custom clothing manufacturer in the United States now for cycling wear.
And I'm wearing a Just Go Bike jersey right now, and guess who made it?
Primal Wear.
Yes! And for those of you who listen to the Murphology podcast, also made by Primal Wear. So thank you. What do you think of the expo?
I think it's great. This is my first time here. I've been to RAGBRAI for 4 years working, and coming to the Iowa Bike Expo, it's definitely really cool. It's interesting to see Iowa in winter.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thanks so much for being here.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, next up, I've arrived at the Iowa Beer Bus, and
hello.
I believe you are Mr. Mike Watt.
I am. That's me.
How's the expo going for you?
It's fantastic. My gosh, I can't believe the crowd. I think it's bigger than the one for RAGBRAI 50, which blows our minds. It's really fun for us because a lot of people that we don't even know will come up and tell us how much they appreciate the Iowa Beer Bus.
Well, okay, for listeners out there that, God forbid, they don't know what the Iowa Beer Bus is, tell us what you do on route each year on RAGBRAI.
Well, we try to bring really everything that a pass-through town would have. So we've got delicious food, the Iowa Beer Bus.
Which means beer.
Beer, cocktails, good entertainment, jovial atmosphere. And from what I've heard today, a lot shorter lines than a lot of the other places.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And I'll add to that, you always have enough space so that people can just chill out.
Oh, that's, as of tonight, the season begins. Because we'll be looking for that spot with the beautiful shade on the nice farmyard or the nice town with a great setup for riders.
And hopefully not in the middle of a grind up the hill, because nobody wants to stop at the middle.
This is not our first rodeo, Kathy Murphy.
Thank you. Well, we look forward. I guess when the listeners are hearing this episode, they will already know the route. And now we know where you'll be. You'll be in your truck, zooming across Iowa, trying to find the sweet spot.
Trip 1, 2, 3, or 4 of a series of 6 to really. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that that folks don't know about.
Well, you know that the Just Go Bike podcast absolutely loves arriving at the Iowa Beer Bus every day, and 2024 will be the same.
We are so excited every time it does.
All right. Thanks, Mott.
Thank you.
Okay, listeners, I'm sure you've heard of the Bacon Fest, the Blue Ribbon Bacon Festival, and with me right now is the king of bacon, maybe? I'm not sure, but sure. Brooks Reynolds is right here in front of me.
Hi, Murph. How you doing? Good to see you.
Good. How's your expo going?
It's great. I mean, wow, how many people are here? It's crazy. It's wall to wall. Kudos to Luke Hoffman and the Iowa Hoffman. Sorry, not Kaufman. Hoffman. Sorry. And the Iowa Bicycle Coalition team and everyone here that's a vendor. I mean, I've never seen it like this, and I think this is my 12th year coming to this. I mean, it's great. It's what it should be.
Okay, so we do need to mention let's just say May the 4th be with you. There's something big coming up, so tell the listeners.
Sure, may the bacon be with you on May 4th. It's the 16th Annual Blue Ribbon Bacon Festival, Saturday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you at the Iowa State Fairgrounds in the Agricultural Building. It's our fun-filled day of all things bacon. The Pork Tornadoes are our headliner. We'll obviously have great food vendors. You got to wash that down with something, maybe have a libation or two. We'll have we'll have a space vibe cantina bar. Just a lot of fun stuff at the Iowa State Fairgrounds.
And is there, since it is kind of Star Wars themed, I mean, should people dress up?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a costume contest. We're gonna have like a Princess Leia contest. A lot of fun stuff, a lot of weird stuff. A Wookiee calling contest. I think Pumpkin or Hopper are gonna try to win that. Hopper's got a.
Nope, I don't.
No, that's good. That's good. Should I have a female and a male winner, or just one winner in general?
I'd say one winner in general. But on a side note, it was maybe 15 years ago I was Princess Leia for Halloween, so I doubt I can still pull that off, but who knows?
I would love to see that. Princess Leia, do you have buns? I bet you got some nice buns.
It was a wig, Brooks. It was a wig. Anyway, we're glad to have you here, and once we find out more about the route, I'm assuming that you will play a part in being part of RAGBRAI?
Yeah, well, we hope to do stuff. I love RAGBRAI. I mean, my mother, I think, went on 14 RAGBRAIs. RAGBRAI's been a part of my life since the early 80s, so I love it. And, we do the Bacon Ride. That'll be June 15th, a great training ride for RAGBRAI. It's one day on the Raccoon River Valley Trail, 71 miles, goes through 11 communities. We also have the Pigtails Ride, May 18th on the High Trestle Trail. That's a fun one-day ride that's female-focused. Again, there's so many great things to do here in Central Iowa and the Midwest biking. There's such a great biking community. You look at today. I mean, there's got to be 2,000-3,000 people here, or 2,000 people. I don't know. I mean, it's wall to wall. At one point earlier, I think around noon, that was 2 hours ago. It was jam packed, but great day here at the Iowa Bike Expo.
Okay, and one more plug you need to do. So the Iowa State Fair is huge. What happens at the Iowa State Fair for Brooks Reynolds?
I got a little beer hall called JR South Fork Ranch. Some of you remember as the old Diamond Jacks. We're open during the fair and a couple other events, but we are well known for our lobster roll. It's 100% Maine lobster. We source it from Maine Lobstermen Association. GetMaineLobster.com. It's delicious. We have we've got live music. We'll have over 110 beer taps. Delicious food, good music, good times. Come down to the Iowa State Fair at JR South Fork Ranch.
All right. Thank you so much, Brooks.
Thanks, Murph. Love you.
Okay, if you have heard of Velarosa Cycling, you're in for a treat because I just ran into one of the owners. So, hello.
Hi, how are you? I'm Lisa Carponelli, and my business partner is Kim Hopkins. And yes, we are proudly the owners and the founders of Velarosa Cycling.
Okay, and if there's cyclists out there that don't know what Vela and Rosa mean, will you tell us real quick?
Yes, absolutely. We joke about this. It's a made-up word, and basically it means pink bike. We kind of did a hybrid between French and Italian, and we've been in business now 9 years.
Okay, and what is your business?
You bet. So Kim and I met on a bike ride, and we had always lamented the fact that we didn't see enough beautiful cycling wear for women. And Kim is a graphic designer, and so after a lot of brainstorming and some beers, which is very typical with our sport, we decided that we would love to make a national brand, which is what we've done. So here's the thing that's really special to us about RAGBRAI. We really believe that it was the 2015 RAGBRAI, which is where we opened our business, we started our business. So to be honest, that was the first time we ever brought our brand out to the marketplace. It was at the opening expo at RAGBRAI 2015. So RAGBRAI really is, we have such an affinity and affection for everything that this bike ride represents. We wouldn't really be here without it.
I have plenty of friends that are part of like a cycling team that maybe you guys meet weekly or monthly, but you can buy it no matter where you live, right?
Absolutely. Yep. One of the things that we specialize in is sort of the kit idea, the idea that you have a matching pair of cycling shorts with a jersey. And so we have, gosh, being in business 9 years, we have dozens and dozens of different kits that are available for women to wear. But yes, we are actually in some bike shops across the country. We are based in Des Moines, but you can really find our products at velarosacycling.com. And we have a range of sizes, and you might like long sleeve, you might like short sleeve. All of it is there for you to take a look at.
And dare I say, flashy merchandise, but also really classy. Like, you guys look good when I see a pack of you biking.
Well, that's very kind of you to say. One of the things that we really wanted to make sure that we did when Kim kind of conceptualized the kit designs was it was to be really bright and bold and beautiful, because we really believe that the safest way for a cyclist to ride is if she can be seen. So that sort of undermines, or rather, that is one of the foundational principles of our company, is to make sure that women are out on their bikes, they feel great, they've got gear that can go the mileage. A century ride is absolutely what we believe in. So, we're perfect for RAGBRAI, every day a RAGBRAI, and the idea that you should be seen in a beautiful kit.
Excellent. Okay, so velarosacycling.com. You guys got to check it out. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next up, I have found Erica Determan, and that name may be familiar, listeners, because she was just on the podcast to talk about Ride the Rockies, but here you are at the Bike Expo.
Yes, we're here today to talk all things RAGBRAI, including my favorite thing, RAGBRAI swag and merchandise.
Yes, so people who were not at the Bike Expo missed out. You guys did a fashion show, showed off the new RAGBRAI LI jersey and the hoodies and all of that good stuff. So people who are listening to this, they already know the route because, we're playing this after today. So can they go anywhere and get the new merch?
Yes, they can. So our website is shop.ragbrai.com, and you can go online, get all of the new items, including the 2024 Town Tee.
Ooh.
Yeah, just lawns. It's perfect. It's got all the towns on the front, and I can't wait to show everybody where we're going to be going this summer.
Awesome. And what do you think of the expo? Here we are. It's January. Most of these people are getting so jazzed about biking because of just all the things happening tonight.
It's been perfect. I wish we could do this all of the time. I wish July was here already, but I'll take this nice indoor place anytime to talk about RAGBRAI.
I agree. Thank you so much, Erica.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Oh, wow. I have arrived at a very cool booth, and a friend that I know well and love the place that you own. So tell the listeners the name of your business.
I'm the Buffalo Lodge Bicycle Resort. This is Torie, the owner. I love that I met you when you came out to the lodge and visited. We just really have had a connection with Iowa through RAGBRAI, through Primal, and this is our first year being out at the expo. And so we're really proud to be out here. We have actually donated a weekend stay to the lodge to the Iowa Bike Coalition to raffle off at the RAGBRAI announcement, and it's great. We're meeting all kinds of great riders, telling people about the lodge. This seems like a fantastic place to come meet some great Iowans and tell them about what we've got in Colorado Springs.
I was just going to say, you have to tell the listeners where you're located, because I was just there in November, I think.
Yes.
And it was beautiful. It snowed, but it was nice. We biked, we hiked, we did all of the things. But you have to tell listeners, where you are.
Well, so we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado, right at the base of Pikes Peak next to Garden of the Gods. We do ride year-round in Colorado Springs, believe it or not. And you came, I think, at the end of October for the RAGBRAI Shift premiere movie. And
oh, wait, and I have to interrupt you because
Yes.
the reason we came to your lodge to see the Shift movie is because you and your son are some of the stars of the film.
Yes, we have quite a history with RAGBRAI, and we're in the 50-year documentary, and it tells the story about my son battling brain cancer as he does the ride across Iowa, and how Iowa welcomed him with mayors, police chiefs, fire departments, ambulance escorts. Iowa really treated us amazing, and so we've just fallen in love. I mean, for a place that's never been our home, it might be one day, because really, RAGBRAI has just shown us just what an amazing city and city that Des Moines is, what an amazing state that Iowa is, and we might want to move here one day too, because you guys, Iowa nice, that's what they say. There's nothing like it.
Well, and I can see a lot of value in having a bicycle resort or lodge in Iowa. And maybe I'm being biased because I would be there all the time.
Oh, no, I would do that. So maybe watch for a bicycle resort coming to Iowa soon, maybe near Trestle. That's where I'm looking.
Okay, so in the meantime, tell us your website so people can go there and check it out.
So I'm bicycleresort.com. If you book direct, we have a direct book discount. We're also, we love Iowans so much, so we're offering 24% off of a stay at the lodge. So use the promo code Iowa24 to come stay at the Buffalo Lodge Bicycle Resort and book your stay in Colorado Springs. We'll take you on a bike ride.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Torie.
Thank you, Murph. We love you.
Well, listeners, I just found a familiar face that I had to grab because there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people at the expo. And if you've been doing RAGBRAI for a long time, you may know the name Hacky Jedi. Hacky Jedi is standing right in front of me. Hello.
Hello, Murph.
Okay, his real name is Dave, but tell us, where'd you get the name Hacky Jedi?
From playing hacky sack. Short story. Long story is we were in a hacky circle playing hacky sack, and we were all bragging about how good we were. And everyone was trying to come up with a title of their own to describe how good they were, like the Hacky King or the Hacky Prince or whatever. And I finally said, oh, yeah, well, I'm the Hacky Jedi. And it stuck.
And you know what's cool is I get to see you at least once a year, sometimes twice, because of we used to be on the same bike team. Actually, we kind of are. I just don't get to be on the bus with you guys anymore. The point of that story is you still play hacky sack.
Yes, as often as I can. Yeah.
And would you still qualify as the Jedi?
Of course, yeah. Once a Jedi, always a Jedi.
And have you been to the Bike Expo yet?
This is my first time at the Des Moines Bike Expo.
And, what are your thoughts?
I like it. It's very impressive, yeah.
There's everything that you would want, as far as art, bike rides, advocacy, Just Go Bike podcast, all of it.
Yeah, it's all here. What more could you ask for?
We never give a shout out to our team.
Yeah, go Team Stiff.
Team Stiff, which has been around for, dare I say, 25?
20, more than 25 years. Yeah.
Dang.
26, 27, something like that, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Hacky Jedi, for taking the time. I know you're a celebrity here, and hopefully we'll be excited when the route's announced.
All right. Thanks, Murph.
Okay, so earlier we talked to a bicycle-related lodge, and I've just come across another one that I've never heard of. So will you introduce yourself and tell us about your place?
Absolutely. My name is Jeremy Rose. I'm the proprietor of the Bike in Bentonville, located in Bentonville, Arkansas, and I'm a boutique cycling destination.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is awesome to know because I absolutely love biking in Bentonville. It doesn't matter if you are a hardcore mountain biker or a recreational biker, in my opinion. I'm sure you'll agree.
I do, absolutely. That's what makes it special is the progression in Arkansas is fantastic. From hard surface trails all the way to double black, technical, single track. We've got it all.
Okay, so tell me about your specific, the Bike In. What's all involved there?
Sure. We're an old 50s roadside motel that's completely redone, built for cyclists. We have 13 rooms, 4 of which are cabins. We have a hot tub, cold plunge, sauna, bike wash station, outdoor shower, and 24-hour pro shop as well, and indoor bike storage for your expensive bikes.
Whoa. And then how close are you to bike trails?
Right on them. Everything in Bentonville is right there.
Oh my gosh, awesome. Okay, so if somebody is interested in learning more about the Bike Inn in Bentonville, where can they go?
Thebikeinn.com.
So easy. All right, thank you so much.
Awesome. Cheers. Thank you very much, too.
Okay, I'm sure most of you listeners have heard of this charter because it's one of the most popular on RAGBRAI and other events, but I've just run into Tammy from Pork Belly Ventures.
Hi, Kathy. Are you having a fun day at the Bike Expo?
Yes, it has been an absolutely fabulous day. It's kind of like a reunion, and you kind of feel like you'll go outside and it's 90 degrees, but here we are in the middle of winter.
I know, so many familiar faces. I can't say all the names, but everybody who walks by, I mean, it just feels like I remember that guy.
Will you give the listeners like maybe a 30-second overview of what Pork Bellies is?
Yes. We're a RAGBRAI charter first, so that's where we started. But we provide luxury support services for bike riders, and I should say relative luxuries for bike riders on many organized bicycle tours in the Midwest. But RAGBRAI is our biggest event by far, and that's where Pork Belly Ventures was born.
And the best thing is, okay, so if you're a camper, right, you can still go with you guys, but if you want to be a glamper, I've stayed in them many times, but will you talk about the fat trailers? Is that what you call them?
That's what they are, FAT, P-H-A-T, which is pretty hot and tempting. That's an acronym for pretty hot and tempting. And they are pretty tempting, boy. It's not your master bedroom, but it is so much better than a tent. You're up kind of off the ground in a semi-trailer in a little 8x10 space with air conditioning, first of all. All the mattress, linens, pillows, blankets stuff is provided for you. You have like a knotty pine interior, and you can charge your phone next to your bed, switch on a light above your bed. I mean, it's just really sweet.
And the best part, you don't have to pack up your stuff in the morning. You just go on a bike ride, and then it's waiting for you at the next overnight town.
That is the biggest part of it, I think, is that because everybody is rushing out in the elements to take down their stuff and get it all pushed into 2 bags, and the fat room people don't have to do that at all.
Nice. Okay, so, here we are. By the time people are listening to this, they already know the route, and I hope you're not sold out already, but if people are interested in being part of Pork Belly Ventures, where can they go to find out?
Yeah, you can just go to pkbelly.com. And right now, I think we're kind of around 75% full. We opened a little early this year. And so we welcome people to call us. Our contact information is all over the website at pkbelly.com. If you have questions, we offer lots of shuttles as well. Even if people don't spend the week with us, we can help them get to the start town or get back home from the end town.
Okay, and I will tell you, your newsletters are maybe my favorite. When I see one in my inbox, I love it.
Well, thank you for subscribing, Kathy. I'll think of you the next time I write one. Maybe I'll put a little something in there that only you will know.
Awesome. It was from Birds and Bees that I first got on your mailing list, and then now I still get them, and I'm like, I just love seeing all the work that you put into this.
Oh, thank you for saying that. It's fun. We absolutely love it. We feel like we've got this big community across the whole country, and we're just talking to our friends when we write those letters.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Kathy.
All right, tell me your name and the name of your organization.
My name is Sharp Smith, and I am with the Urban Bicycle Food Ministry.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit more about that. Where are you located, and who do you help, or tell me more about it.
Sure. We operate out of the basement of the Capitol Hill Lutheran Church in the East Village of Des Moines, Iowa, and we go out on Thursday nights and provide burritos, sandwiches, warm clothing, toiletries to homeless people in the Des Moines area.
And how does the bicycle come into play?
Well, we put together 800 burritos every Thursday night, and we put them into insulated bags, and we have several bike routes, and we put the burritos into the bags into the Burleys, and we ride pretty much the same route every Thursday night, and we go by homeless camps, and we go by, subsidized housing, and we also talk to people on the street who are just walking around who look like they might be down on their luck or homeless.
And are you funded by the public where people could donate to your organization?
We are totally funded by the public. We have no government funding. We survive basically by donations and by both in-kind type of people donating blankets, warm coats, that type of thing, and also monetary donations.
And will you tell the listeners your website in case they do want to donate or at least find out more information?
Sure. Our website is www.ubfmdsm.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Just Go Bike podcast. Murph and AP will be back next week. In the meantime, check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. And if you would like to contact Murph and AP with a comment about the podcast, or maybe you have a topic in mind, email them at justgobikepodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, especially if you're a fan. Until next time,
Just go bike!
Theme song by Ryan Steer, logo by Suzanne Milosevic, produced by Kathy Murphy, social media by Andrea Parrott, intro by Pumpkin. Until next time, just go bike.